Well, welcome back, my friends. We have a follow-up video with Murtaugh himself. Yes, he defended in CWL, so if you haven't watched the previous video on Town Hall 11 base building, you need to go watch that. But we're following up, and I'm going to be hitting his base that he ran last weekend, which I unfortunately was not able to war with. The first army I'm going to use actually is, well, actually first before I get into that, Murtaugh, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Because we, I think, had three hits on this base, maybe? Four? I can't remember.
Well, 4, but one was a disconnect, so I guess we won't count that one.
Okay, I didn't even see that one. Okay, well.
when we started with this one originally, let me go back in where I can see it. The core around the town hall was a little tighter. The sweepers were actually down. The town hall was actually up against that wall. The sweepers were down in with the air defenses. And what happened was this attack held almost any kind of ground attack. Bowler smash, queen charge, Valks. I mean, it was wonderful. And then somebody came in with that straight 4-hound mass Lalo from 4 o'clock, and it absolutely crushed this base every single time. Just the 3 hastes, the 4 hounds, 20 some odd loons, double freeze, double rage. I mean, they would literally just use their heroes at 10 o'clock for percent. And I mean, I was disheartened, but I was like, this base is too good everywhere else to kind of scrap it. It had already been through a lot of testing. So I moved the sweepers.
What got down to town hall then?
Pups. Pups would just,
okay.
They would just clean it. The queen was just out of range. So move the sweepers back to where the freeze couldn't get, because in the beginning, the freeze was getting the Inferno Tower, the sweeper, the air defense, and a whiz tower on each side. So, I mean, you were literally freezing everything with those 2 freezes and then raging. It was even freezing the queen and the CC too.
Okay.
So I had to keep playing with the queen to where even if a pup got stuck on, she would still clean it up if you didn't kill her. Even after the tweaks, though, it still was just too good, even with the way the base is set now. So then we said, all right, well, let's change up the CC. Normally, I really like to go with Hound CC just because the way the meta is changing. You've got to stop that queen from cleaning up so much. But I said, if this base defends so well as it is now, maybe it's strong enough that it can even hold with a mixed CC. So I found that as they were hitting it with the Mass Lala, the Baby Drag was just putting in so much work. It somehow would get on the loons. The splash was on the loons. And even under poison, a Baby Drag will drop big packs of loons fast. So I played around with 1 Baby Drag, 2 Baby Drag, even 3 Baby Drag. And it just seemed like 2 was a good mix. 2 in the Witch was good enough to where, I guess, sometimes people like to throw a Valk in there. But I don't know, the base, it held good enough without the Valk. So I just went heavy on that. And now, if you try the Mass Lalo, like the CC just eats it alive. So at that point, I was really happy with it.
Very cool. Well, so I think, yeah, I know our players did a queen walk from 12 to 9. I actually liked the plan. However, I think the execution was poor. So I don't know if I would have seen that. I mean, just looking at the base now, if I would have seen a queen walk, there is a weakness to it because, yes, you do have an expo, but it's not. She can. It's not like she has ever 2 expos on her ever at once.
Yeah. So
and the air defenses are, they can't get the healers if you place them right. However, doing that, it was just it's where they put the jump spell that was causing the problem. Of course, it's a really risky attack because actually let's for sake of, let me just gem that army and run it, and then maybe I'll do another army and then run that as well. I forget exactly.
Well, he got 74%. He got a lot. One thing that this makes this base hold up so well to ground attacks is everybody does the same thing. No matter what the first part is, they always try to jump on that. What is it? The Expo mortar. Everybody jumps there. I mean, because that's the most value jump. And whenever you have any kind of a bowler or Valk kill squad, they kind of get caught up on that junction, whether it be the heroes or the CC or whatever it is. And the Inferno just really has time to kind of rip through them. And that's one of the things that makes this bottom part so successful against any kind of kill squad dive. I mean, not saying impossible, but you really need that queen following up behind still to clutch the town hall.
Yeah, and that's why every time they ran it, they put the jump on that where you actually said, and that's the wrong place to put it. The reason I think it is because it's how the queen passed. Like maybe the first hit, I could see maybe them doing that, but then the subsequent hits, everyone kept doing the same thing. So I'm gonna run it because it's such a high percentage, and I like going bold. I think if someone ran that, I can't. I think the pathing was easy on the queen walk. I don't even remember I guess they started at 12. I don't even know if they funneled with a baby or not. They probably did. I don't know.
I can't remember. I just remember he went all the way around from like.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I mean, I think he started like 12 to 9.
That doesn't make sense. Did he have 17 bowlers? That just seems too many.
No, he didn't have it. No, it was like I think it was maybe like 10 bowlers. It wasn't a ton.
What did he do with the rest of his troops? Percentage, I guess. He didn't need it. I don't know what he did. What did he do with it?
Yeah,
Balloons? I don't remember.
Actually, I think he did a Lalo portion. Maybe he did a Lalo portion at 12 and then started her there.
Oh, to lure the CC? No. Oh, I see. To path her in, maybe? I don't even remember. Well, let's just, it doesn't really matter. I guess I can, let me just think about it. Lalo at 12, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll just run with the bowler. Maybe he brought, he doesn't need cleanup either, so I don't know what 2 golems? That wouldn't make sense.
Too bad he's not here. I'm sure he'd like to get another shot at it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll just let me run this real quick. Gem up my spells. And he probably don't 17 bowlers seems way too much, but anyways, let's do it. I don't need a giant, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can't fill it. So
yeah.
One.
Let me just hit this and let's see what happens. You probably have a black bomb there.
If you would have listened to my video, you would know. Nice avoiding that black bomb.
Maybe that's why they hasted in loons, because she should still walk. Oh, she's good. No, she'll walk. Yeah.
This is looking pretty good. Unless that queen stays up.
If the queen walks in, she should grab the town hall. But See, it's the jump.
Usually goes.
Well, I know but they never put the jump on that corner. See, she hopped over this time, but she does. She won't have her ability. So.
Oh, the queen's there, yeah.
Town Hall won't drop, so it didn't work even with the jump. So she still doesn't go. Yeah, see, I would have failed. I don't think.
I will tell you that the only time this base dropped an FC was when they had the queen just right behind the squad, coming right behind in that little compartment, and she cleaned up the town hall.
Yeah, and that's what I was going for. But none of my bowlers split. None of them went to. They all drifted. They all drifted down
south. Yeah, before they come back up, and then they're in Inferno range while they're doing that. Yeah. Yeah,
so I would have. I mean, I think I would have. I don't know, because it's such a high percentage. I don't know. Depending on the. I don't know if I would have tweaked it more or not. I mean, I could have had a better rage, I guess, but that's probably about it. They just didn't get quite enough. Queen.
Well, I got it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's. I don't even know if this. I don't even know if the right jump. I don't think it, because Queen. The only way it works is if. Well, I don't see the CC dropping either, so. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let me, because I have the army, well, I don't know. Talk about your base. I don't know. Talk about, while I come up with a new plan and like a YOLO plan, let me see if I can come up with something else. Talk about kind of what you were, or why do you think it defended so well? Like what is tricky about it? I know, yeah.
Well, it's so anytime that you're not centering the town hall, it's essentially a trap base, almost a teaser base. And the problem with those bases are it's very hard to defend the town hall when it's that close to the edge. And the reason this base works is because even though it is so far out, the separation of percentage, it just works. On this base here, it's really multiple rings around that town hall. You can't really see it because it's in scout, but there is Teslas in between the storages above the kind of smiling face, in between the white walls, and skeleton traps. So a lot of times if people break in at 3 or 6 and they go up there, it's even more to pull the king or bowlers or valks or whatever there is around, and now they're going into the other moat, and the whole time they're in an Inferno range. It worked out really well. Just the wall design, and normally when you do that, you leave the back end so weak that Queen Charge can just march right through it, and it's just that ability of keeping the Queen Charge out. Like the most important part of this base is that extra little layer of walls that goes out and around the eagle. First of all, it makes the base look appealing for a Queen Charge, but you're not really affecting any of that area right around the town hall. So like, yeah, you're racking up a lot of percent, but you're still not really helping. I mean, you're helping the part of the funnel, I guess, if you come around to 9 as you were doing there. But that's still that zone around the town hall is still intact. It just works.
Yeah, and I've hit bases. I'm gonna try. It's a risky move, but because you have a damaged CC, actually it would be even a hound. It would actually work with it. But I'm gonna do 4 bolt. I'm gonna come from 12 to 9.
Okay, so it's funny you say that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I actually, in all the testing we did, I kept thinking to myself, man, I need to get somebody to do that, and I never did. And so I actually, to this day, I wonder how that would have worked. I never saw anybody just do a 4-golem bowler smash straight from the back end. So I'm really glad you're doing that. Actually,
it's worked, but it's up to the queen. The queen's going to be the hero, and now if she doesn't become the hero, then it's going to be a fail. So we'll see.
So
it's going to be tough.
Are you going to like break in at 3 different points and then jump on the eagle, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I'm gonna
need I need to get some more wall breakers. Let me see here. Yeah, the problem. See, it does take a. It's kind of dependent on wall breakers and things of that. Or
the reason it's weak. The reason that it's kind of weak to that attack is because you don't have any Inferno coverage up there. So basically, there's no bombs up there. There's no Inferno. So the only splash you've got is the eagle. So in theory, that bowler smash should just walk the whole way. I mean, there's not even a ton of point defense. So basically it comes down to pathing at that point. If you can keep the edges in enough to keep your squad to take that jump, that attack should walk through this. It just is going to depend on those drills and those whiz towers. If that's up and it's enough to pull them in, but see, then you've got the heroes. So the heroes are going to pull them in. It just depends on how much is actually going to take that jump into that eagle compartment. If enough gets in there to clear it out where the queen can grab the town hall. And she'll have to take probably both at least one air defense.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. See, it's just up to the queen. See, it just depends what she does. She's looking good. Oh no, she's gonna walk. That's unlucky. How does she? Oh no. Oh, there you go. See, but now she's. See, it's what I feared. I didn't clear the flanks.
Yeah. So now she'll take Wiz Tower. Oh yeah, she'll be on all that stuff.
She won't get it. So. Let me. Well, if that I don't know. Imagine. I mean, as a fresh hit, I gotta watch the. I don't know. I don't know. I would actually. I don't know. It's the problem with this. It's just so. It's so It's just. You just never know. I didn't have enough bowlers on the sides. That was it. I think too many in the core. Yeah, let me hit that again. Let me see what I have an idea to fix it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you need the bulk of them to go in. Let me see. Well, your king went down. This is looking good. Did you get it?
Yeah,
I think you got you got this. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I would have.
Yeah.
I would have. Yeah, it would have been based off the first hit. I don't know. I think it was definitely worth to run again. Like if I was to hit, of course, if you were to hit it again, it was definitely because it was so close the first time. I actually didn't mean to put. I meant to put all 4 rage on the sides, but or not all 4. Sorry, no. Sorry, not all 4. I meant I meant to have the 12 o'clock another rage. I don't think I put it there, or did I? I can't remember.
Yeah, you did. You did 12 and 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess if y'all are watching, I've seen I've just hit these bases like this before. Not that it'll always work. I don't think. I mean, a plan won't always work, but because you don't face it like on this side, you don't face infernos. So it's just up to the queen. Now, if there was a hound in the CC, you would just have to lure the CC and then kill it. Otherwise, you can't run this plan. So you maybe just break in at 9 and then do your bowler goal and rage there. Let that pull come out, kill it, and then proceed with the rest of it. Yeah. And that's one thing that's really tough right now is on this base in general. I had it tested with everything under the sun except for just your standard bowler smash. And I do that a lot, and I really got to stop doing that because even though you don't see bowler smash as much, it still is one of the strongest attacks in the game. And that bug has bit me before, where I'll spend 4 days on a base, and then one of the 10s that has bowler smash cooked will see me put an FC and just go up and kill it when everybody's failed on it trying all these different attacks. So it's just reading the base, like you say, See, well, this is a good teaching mode because I on the first attack I did, because I'm watching the replays of why the first one failed. The first one I put, I know I mentioned it before, I put too many bowlers in the core. If you think about it long enough, you'd put more on the sides because obviously you want more on the sides so your queen actually goes inside the base. So that's all I can see is the main game changer. Because there was more bowlers in the core, it kind of cleared out too many buildings for her. Because it just it's just interesting even how you place. It's great, placing bowlers. It makes all the difference in the world. But I don't know. I think it's a base. The great thing about this base or bases like it, people are afraid to run that bowler hit because it's very dangerous. I mean, look how much it's too intimidating. You got to clear I cleared 70%. I mean, that's 70% of the base. You think you can't do it. Yeah. It's too psychologically. It doesn't seem possible.
Yeah, and visual perception is a lot in base building too. You kind of want to make a base look like it's asking for a certain kind of attack, but then when it defends that attack well, that's when you can get a really tricky base as well.
Yeah, I mean, even things to slow this attack down. Now, from an attacker standpoint, you see kind of how you just make the funnel easy. I don't even have to funnel on the sides, so that means less bolt. Like if this base would be, if you had those gold mines even a little bit higher up, which would change. You know what I mean? Like it would make it harder. You'd have bowlers go on the outside of the base, or you'd have to invest more in funnel, which would probably dampen your the push to the core. I don't know if that would actually, I mean, it would hurt for sure, but I don't know if it would totally stop it. But
just one of those tricks. Everything you move, there's a
I know,
there's a reaction to. It's like
it's crazy.
It's tough. There's so many strats right now to defend against. We just matched Faked Orgasm in a random today, so I think I'm going to throw this up, get a little more use out of it before it's dead and gone. So we'll see.
I think you should. I'm curious what they'll. I would bet they're not going to run 4 golems. I don't think they're going to do it.
They are.
Or have they?
They're so good 10-11. So I'm.
Oh no.
No. We just matched tonight. Yeah, it's tomorrow. So I figured this video probably won't be out before.
Oh no. Yeah, I won't post this till later. I mean, I can post it till if you want to. Will you run it in another CW? Was it? Oh wait, I showed it on stream.
No.
I showed it on stream.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. No, it's well, even if you didn't, man, it's just. I mean, we've seen what's been going on. I just pretty much assume now that duels are everywhere, and that's the thing, like this base in that war. What does this base do? It stands out, and you see a base that's left up at the end of war. Everybody wants to see what it looked like, and it's going to be built just so they can crack it in case they see it somewhere else, because you do see a lot of rerun bases. So I don't know. It's good and bad at the same time. It did its job, but unfortunately, it's a one and done. So you got to try to do it again.
Yeah. Last question. We can end it. Do you, from Supercell, from a builder standpoint, do you wish they would give you what kind of tools would help you, like faster, like? What would help you as a builder to build base? It seems to take a long time to build bases. Is there any specific tools they could help you out with?
Well, unfortunately, the only one that would help immensely is not possible, and that would be the cooldown. That is the biggest struggle. If I could build well, hang on. This is one thing that's feasible. You should be able to make a certain amount of moves without locking a base. It's ridiculous that all you can do is, expos, skellies. You can't very well build a base in, let's say, 10 moves. So I think that's what they should implement. They should allow you to move 10 separate items. And then after that 10th one, then the base cooldown is locked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great idea. I will, I don't have any poll, but I'll make a tweet, and then maybe they'll, they're not going to read it, but
because it so many times you're like, oh my gosh, that was stupid. I just need to swap the air defense with that building. That's it. But no, now you've got to wait 24 hours, and you've got 6 days to your next CWL match. At best, you get 4 runs at that base, from the time you have time to get on and tweak it. And then you've done it at, 1 a.m. So now you're not going to be on to hit it the next day at 1 a.m. because you got to work. So now that cooldown is taken 2 days. It's just a big pain. If there wasn't a cooldown, that's how we got such great bases back in the TWC days. Everybody, they didn't have a cooldown because they were testing it a million times. That's where these crazy bases came from. But it would be exploited if it was anything other than what I suggested. But that would help immensely if you had a certain number of moves.
Yeah, that would be cool. Let's try to get that. I mean, something needs to be done. I don't know, just to help the builders. I don't know how they do it. I've never built, mainly because I just don't have the time. So, but I know
it is very, very time consuming. I mean, because the way the process is now, because you only get so many runs. So what I do is at the beginning of the week, usually it's on Sunday, right after CBL war is over, I will immediately go hard and start building, and I'll try to fill all my slots up. Of course, I never do the first day. But usually by the next day, I have about 4 fresh concepts. And then as the next day rolls around and they're cool, I post them all in a room. I try to get as many 10s as I can, hit them. So I'm actually tweaking all of them at the same time. That way I'm just kind of upping my odds, rather than picking one and working on it. Now, whenever the CWO war rolls around, I have 4 to choose from. So I don't know if it helps or if it hurts the quality. If I'm taking quantity over quality, I'm not sure. But for me, anyway, that seems to get the best result.
Yeah. No, it's impressive, man. Everyone was impressed by your. It was cool that I was reading the comments. A lot of people seem to like the last video, and I'm sure they'll learn a lot even today. And just, be encouraged to be like Murtaugh, everyone. Awesome, be like Murtaugh. That'll be our new phrase. But
oh boy,
cool. I appreciate you stopping by and giving us your thoughts.
Yeah, man.
And letting me hit your base. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to hit it in war. I was kind of disappointed.
Maybe there'll be a next time.
That's right. We'll face you off. I don't even know playoff. I don't even know how that. Even, oh yeah, we probably. Yeah, I don't know. Sometime we'll make it happen. Cool, man. Well, appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. See ya.
See ya.